Hello, welcome back to another kind of like a basic entry level. I just started playing Dauntless 101 guide to how to use the weapons. Covered the Warpike already. Now we're going to cover chain blades. So, just these are massive, by the way. I don't know if that was intentional. They're huge. Yeah, there you go. That seems normal. All right, here we are in game, and got the keyboard, mouse back up on screen again. For those of you on console, left click is basically light attack. Right click is heavy attack. In regards to the chain blades, it's called bladed attacks and then chain throws. Light, heavy. So let's start off with bladed edge. It's a 5-hit combo with light attacks only. That is one of the main moves you'll be doing the whole time. Again, you could just button mash it. You can also change direction as you're doing this. Now you can't change direction quickly. That's me. Here, I'll go, we'll attack forward, and then after the first attack, I'll try to attack back 180 degrees. And I'll show you how long it takes to actually turn around. Wish you could turn a little faster, but it works, Let's look at chain fling, which is 3 heavy attacks. This consumes your stamina, by the way, but it throws it at a distance. Actually, it's a 3-hit. I'm hitting it a 4th time. So the 3rd hit is actually a double hit. Now notice, you're standing still. The first attack is a vertical. Bam. So for some of those taller behemoths, this will hit them. If you're walking forward, it's horizontal. That range, though. This is good for if you're running 6 weighted strikes and you're fighting a behemoth. Look at that area of effect. Boop. Boop. Guy just booped the poop out of him. Boop. We're gonna go over swinging blades and then blade spin. I stream every day, and a lot of people ask why I don't use blade spin very often. I'll go over that in a second. I use it, but I don't use it as much. Everybody tries to focus on blade spin. I'll explain why in a second. But swinging blades is typically what I spam. I spam bladed edge and swinging blades. So it's going to be 2 lights, a heavy, and a light. So you're going to go 1, 2, spin. Bam. So when you're in a behemoth, especially early fight, and you're stacking part damage or sharpened or blade storm. Blade storm? Blade storm. Blade storm. So part damage, right? Or wound damage, whatever you're doing. And you're hitting this area effect. It literally hits like almost all the limbs, depending on where you are. If you're out in front of the face, not so much. You'll still get a good chunk of the parts. But if you're going in at the side on the legs or something, that AoE swing chips at everything. And within a couple minutes of the fight, especially in group play, you've done a significant amount of part damage to everything. So things start breaking all at once when parts start breaking. So I typically focus on that. Also, behemoths don't let you just do 4 or 5 hit combos on them. They don't. They're going to attack. So trying to always go for the longer combos doesn't always work out. So even though this is a 4 hit, usually I just go for the 3 hit so I can then dodge when they're ready to attack. So I usually go 1, 2, and then 3, and then I have to dodge after dodge. The one everybody likes, the spin, is 3 instead of 2. So you go 3 lights and then a heavy, and you hold it. Okay. Now, while you're holding it, the heavy attack, it consumes your stamina. It does not go your whole stamina bar. It'll take, it depends on your stamina, but this does some work. It does some serious damage, and it's really good at focusing a specific part. It's also vertical, so it's really good at hitting some of the taller behemoths that seem to be out of reach sometimes, even though the hitboxes are actually lower than what they appear. But it's also really, I mean, if you can get away with standing in that spot this long, use it. They also have a modifier called Hurricane Blades, where using blade spin grants stacking on next hit damage that is consumed when using other attacks. So the longer you spin that attack, you build up a buff that when you hit again, you'll do more damage. So that works for your spin. I typically run serrated blades. I also really like lightweight chain for stamina preservation, dashing in and out. So if I'm dashing away from the behemoth and I want to dash in, I use that. I always find when I'm trying to go for the spinning blade or the blade spin that I get smacked by the behemoth. So it's kind of wasted for me. Maybe I'm not good enough to find the window of opportunity to use it all the time throughout the whole match. So could be growing pains. I don't feel like it's readily available enough to merit this mod. But if you like it, you like it. It's not bad. We also have two other modifiers here for movement. It's your Q or your special, whatever you want to call it. Cruel Rift Strike and Reaper's Dance. Cruel Rift Strike, I prefer this one. You kind of teleport. You can tell. So if you're on one side of the behemoth he's about to attack, instead of using dodge, you can use this ability and it teleports you through him. It also recenters the camera around so you can smack him. It's also a good gap closer. The Reaper's Dance is good too. Being able to teleport through the behemoth from a certain attacks is phenomenal. And if you want to look at any of the big boys that play the game, I don't think I've seen them actually use this. They pretty much all have Rift Strike in their build. Not that that's relevant. You should play how you like to play. Reaper's Dance is good. You have to basically aim your chain blades at the behemoth. It'll suck you into it, and then if you're close by, you do a backflip out doing some damage. I feel like every time I've tried to backflip, though, I still get hit. So I don't know if there's iframes there, invincibility frames, but I definitely like being able to just be in a combo and then you can't dodge cancel out of it, but be able to teleport through the behemoth to the other side to continue my attack, especially with like Quillshot, who just flops over on a side. You just go to his other side. So just like the Warpike, you have two dashing attacks, and they also count as the first hit in combo chains. So if we were to dash and light, it looks like an uppercut. Woof. 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 Okay. And there's a 5-hit combo, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing with the heavies. Dash, you do this weird like poke. Pretty cool. It's pretty. Wait, like that. Yeah. Okay, so 3 hit. It's a 3 hit, right? 3 hit. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, spin, attack. Alright, just to give you an example of a couple of the attacks here. This is the AoE. It hits basically his tail, his 2 feet, and his head. 2 feet? 2 feet! Boom. It was barely enough. My 4th hit almost got me hit. If you were to go in. Yep. That was a good opportunity. Boom. Also, this is a lesser, so he gives me more windows of opportunities. Show you the teleport here. Whoosh. Boom. Right in the face. Whoosh. Boom. You can also use it for gap closing too if you don't want to use stamina for. Whoosh. Whoosh. Bam. Whoosh. Your ranged attacks if you don't want to get close. Ooh, he's right there. It's just that 3rd hit, though. You're stuck in that double hit animation. To be honest, a lot of the time, especially if I spent like the first maybe 30 seconds doing my spins, we'll go in and we just chip away. Just spamming basic attacks. especially if you got some buffs rolling, attack speed. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. So if you learn the visuals, you go right hand, then left hand when you start your 2-hit. When your left hit would be when you spam your heavy. You can preload it just by spamming. Light, 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 heavy. Whoop, whoop. And then if you wanted to do the spin, the vertical spin, you wait until you do a right, then a left, and then you do a little hoop-de-hoop. 1, 2, 3. When you see those cues for those animations, you know you can. Failing. Or you can be technical and just go 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Right? But let's be honest. We all grew up with Dynasty Warriors and other games, and when we see people that play games that are just like, it looks weird, it feels weird, you want to get in there and you're like, ah! So if you're spamming, watch your animations, learn your animations. It's always a right, then a left, and then if you want to go for the spin, your third attack is that hoop-de-hoop. That's what we're going to call it, the hoop-de-hoop. Anyways, I stream daily on Twitch at twitch.tv/SlyGumbi between the hours of 8 p.m. till about 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's West Coast United States. We're pretty much doing only Dauntless lately. I do play a few other games here and there, but yeah, you want to swing by, get in some games. You want to talk. You want to learn. You want to coach me. You want to backseat drive. You want to poke fun. Doesn't matter. That's what we're there for, okay? So, again, twitch.tv/SlyGumbi. I'm also a supporter creator, SlyGumbi. So, see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now.